That's it, friend? Yes.
Bet you're looking for something new. Hey, friend. What just happened? Okay, hold up. What happened? What happened? Hold on. Okay, false alarm. That was scary. I just knew. I've had these up for so long, and I just knew that today was going to be the day that they went out. But it wasn't. Thank you, Jesus. So, what's up, lovely people, and welcome back to my channel. And I am so excited about this video. I've been planning this video for such a long time. So yeah, that is what we're doing today. We are duping the Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera palette. Oh, look, we match. I didn't even plan that. And the Makeup Revolution Forever Flawless Constellation palette. So I'm going to show you swatches of the shades that are similar, and I'm also going to do an eye look with them. I'm going to do one palette on one eye and then the other palette on the other eye. So I'm really looking forward to this video. I don't have any plans for after this except for to film a few more videos, and so that's what we're doing. Let's just go ahead and get started. So I already have a full face of makeup on. I even have some mascara, but I just put on a little bit, but we're going to put on lashes later, so I don't think it's going to matter. But I am going to go ahead and show you the insides of these palettes. So this is the Anastasia palette, as y'all have probably already seen on my channel. I am pretty much obsessed with this one and the Norvina palette. I love them. So that is what the inside looks like. Okay, and then now I'm going to show you the Revolution palette. Now, there are a little bit of differences in these palettes. As you can see, the Makeup Revolution one has a lot more shades than the Anastasia palette does. However, there are some similarities, and when I saw this, I was like, okay, wow, like, that looks a lot like the Anastasia palette. So, I don't know, it's kind of got the same vibe. I'll show them to you side by side. And you can kind of see there's some similar shades. The pink shade in the Makeup Revolution palette looks a lot like Bahamas from the Anastasia palette. There's also a purple shade in both palettes that are very similar. There's this metallic turquoise shade in both palettes, and oh, this gold shade, this charcoal shade are very similar. And then let's see what else. Oh, there's a dark brown in both of them. So I did order this one and the Optimum palette, I think, from the same line. And I haven't really got the chance to play around with them much. These were, I want to say, hold on. Let me look up the price really quick. Okay, it's loading, but I hope y'all like my hair. I got some highlights in it for summer, and I tried to do a top bun, you know, like how the girls do the cute like little buns on top, but I just can't get it to work for me. I was really hoping that it would, but it didn't. So we went with the little top pony instead. Okay, so the Makeup Revolution is going to be $15, and the Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera palette, this one's going to be $45. So there is a $30 difference, which is a big deal. I'm guessing there's going to be a little bit difference in quality as well, but we're going to do swatches. We're going to put them on our eyes. We're going to see if this is actually a dupe for the Riviera palette. So, we're just going to go ahead and jump in. I think I'm going to do Revolution on this side and the Riviera palette on this side. So, my right side, Riviera, my left side, Makeup Revolution. So, I'm just going to go straight in with color. I honestly have no idea what kind of look I want to do. But I am going to try to be colorful because I know that's what y'all want to see, and that's kind of the vibes of both of these palettes. So we're going to try to keep it colorful. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do, and I have absolutely no idea how it's going to turn out, so just bear with me. It could go north or south, let's just say that. But we're just going to have fun in this video. I'm just wanting to test these out and see if they perform equally or you know, opposite ends of the spectrum. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the Makeup Revolution palette, and I'm going to take a big fluffy brush. Let's see, I'll do this one, and this is just by BH Cosmetics, and I'm gonna take this Asteroid shade down here at the very bottom, and then we're just going, ooh, a little powdery, and we're just going to kind of buff that into the crease. I'm gonna zoom y'all in a little bit. Okay, there we go. That's a little better. As you can see, it's got a lot of fallout. I'm not sure if y'all can see that, but however, the Anastasia palettes also have a lot of fallout, and it's just something that you kind of have to keep in mind, but I don't mind that at all. Okay. So as you can see, it didn't really do that much of a difference. It's kind of a skin tone color, so it's not going to really do much for me. And by the way, I am using different brushes for the different eyeshadow shades. So now I'm going to take this other BH Cosmetics. This is the Studio Pro number 5, and I'm going to do Estate from the Anastasia. And as you can see, like as I'm dipping into this, I'll show y'all this too. It's very powdery. It's not wanting to pick it up. There we go. See all the powder, and then yeah, see, they have a lot of fallout too. And also these shades are not the most similar in the palette, but we're pretty much going to cover them up. This is just a transition shade, so they don't have to be exact. This one has a little bit more peachy tones, and it's a little bit warmer. Okay, so we've kind of just buffed that into the crease. I'm not trying to make it a shade that just really pops. I just kind of want that transition so that I can blend something out later, because we are going to get a little crazy. But now I'm going to take... Okay, let's take this brush from BH, and I'm going to go into Jupiter right there, this little red shade. I'm going to go into Jupiter, and it's kind of like a reddish pink, and we're going to take that into the crease. Oh wow. That was actually pretty pigmented. I literally barely put my brush in there because I was kind of scared, but yeah, wow, this looks so good. Then I'm going to go back into this fluffy brush that we used to do that first shade, and we're just kind of blend out the edges a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to go over to the Anastasia palette. We're just going to use this one. This is a Moda Pro brush. This is the 430 crease brush, and then we're going to take Monte Carlo, and it's not as much of a red, it's more of a pink, but I'm thinking they're going to be mostly the same color on the eyes. So, and I am going to do swatches at the end, so if you want to see how these colors look side by side, I'm going to do swatches on my arm at the end, so just stay tuned for that. Alright, so now we've got both of the palettes on our eyes. They look super similar. I'm pretty surprised, although this shade in the Makeup Revolution does look a lot more red in the pan, but the payoff is more pink, which is what I figured just because I'm pretty familiar with Makeup Revolution palettes and how they look in the pan versus on the eyes. So I'm pretty happy with how it looks so far. Let's keep it rolling. Now I'm going to take this bright pink shade right there. This one is called Venus in the Makeup Revolution palette. And we're just going to stamp this on with the contour brush from e.l.f. We're going to dip in. Oh my goodness, I just remembered that I actually have played with this palette. Me and my little cousin did a challenge, and I just threw this on my eyes, and it stained my eyes red, so keep that in mind. Not red, pink. I'm sorry. It stained my eyes pink. Okay, so here we go. I'm scared. And we're just doing like kind of half of the lid out to the outer corner because we're going to add a shimmer shade up at the front. So, okay. So there's the pink. It didn't do much, but you can definitely see the color, so I'm not mad about it. So now we're going to take the Bahamas shade from the ABH palette, and I'm so excited because I'm going to the Bahamas at the end of the summer and I could not be more excited about it. So, okay. We're just gonna stand. Wow. Wow. Look at that. Y'all aren't seeing this. Let me zoom you in. Look how vibrant that is. That's like neon pink. Is that not so crazy? Okay. So now is where we are getting into seeing the difference in quality. This eye is definitely much more pigmented and has more vibrancy to it than the Makeup Revolution palette. That's okay, that's fine. You know, we're still getting the look on this side, so you know, it just comes down to preference. I am going to take my little blendy brush for the Anastasia palette and just kind of blend out these harsh edges and do the same for this side. Okay, so even after I blend it, this one is still a little bit more vibrant. Now, I can't honestly decide which shade I want to use, if I want to use this blue shade or if I want to do this harp shade. There's also the charcoal shade. What do y'all think? I kind of want to use the charcoal just because I think that it would look super cool with this pink or this shade. What do I do? Can I swatch them? Is that cheating? I'm going to swatch them and see which one I like more, and we'll be right back. Okay, I went ahead and swatched them on my hand, and I just want to point out a few things. So you'll see in the swatches that I swatched this one, Cluster, this little charcoal looking shade, and then Seaside, which is this shade. Yeah, this shade in the Anastasia. And you can even see on camera, this one is a little bit lighter than the Makeup Revolution one. So I took Fractal, this one right here, this light bluish silver color, and I put it on top of Cluster, and that's what it looks like right there. So they are still a little bit different. This is the Makeup Revolution one, and this is the Anastasia one. This one's a little bit darker. It has a bluer undertone than the Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's kind of just like a true silver. So with that being said, you'll see in the swatches they look super different, but you can make them look a little bit more similar by working with other colors in the Makeup Revolution palette. But I am just going to go ahead and take this Harp shade over here. It's kind of like the bronzy gold, and we're going to put that all over the lid. I'm actually just going to go ahead and use my finger for this, or try to at least. So we're just going to dip into Harp. And it doesn't have the best color payoff. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of more sparkly than you'll see what the Anastasia one looks like. See, as you can see, it looks more like an eyeshadow topper than like a metallic shade. Okay, I'm going to run and get some setting spray to wet my brush with, and we'll see if that helps. Spritz a little, make it last my brush here, and see if we can get some more color payoff from this shade. It's not looking promising. It's not looking promising. Okay, thank you. Reese. Darcy. Okay, so as you can see, I literally dug into that shade with my brush, and it still did not give me the exact results that I was wanting. there's that. We're just going to move on to the other eye, and we might come back and revisit this later on. But we're going to do the Anastasia palette first, and I'm going to try my finger just to see how that works before I use the spray, because that's what I did with the other palette. So I'm just dipping into, I'm so bad at this, dipping into Yacht with my finger, and just going to put it on my inner corner. Okay, see what I mean? This is a true metallic versus this one is more glitter. You know what I mean? Wow, those two colors blended so beautifully together. I'm gonna go ahead and build it up a little bit more. Okay, now I'm gonna go back in with my little pink concealer brush. This is the JH41, and I'm just gonna kind of blend these colors together in the middle. And I'm going back into and building that pink up from where we may have rubbed any off. And then the same thing with my other brush for the Makeup Revolution. We're just kind of blending those colors where they meet. So here's what we're looking like if my camera would focus. There we go. Now, I do want to do something fun on the lower lash line. So I was thinking either using the blue shade here, or I guess we could do the purple. I don't know. I think I want to do purple. Is that crazy? I want to do purple. Let's just all or nothing, baby. All or nothing. Okay, so I'm going to take this eyeliner brush, and we're just dipping into this purple shade down here. We want color. So we're going to go with this vibrant purple, and we're going to put it on the lower lash line. And we're kind of just tight lining this and putting it right up under our eyelashes. This isn't the first brush I would recommend for this, but it's fine. Okay, so this is actually really pretty. There's that. That's with the Revolution palette. And then we're going to go in with the Riviera palette. This is the JH43, and we're going into this can color. I don't even know how you say that. C-A-N-N-E-S. Can? I don't know. Alright, so we're going to do a close-up really quick, and then I'm going to pop on some lashes, and we're going to show you the swatches on my arm and pop on some lips, and I'll show you the final look. So here are the swatches on my arm. I'm going to zoom in so you can kind of see each separate one. Okay, we're back. So I did some lashes and some lipstick. So let's talk about the eyeshadow palettes. I don't know if y'all can see, but like, you see how this one, okay, this is bothering me. I can't do this. Hold on. I don't have time for this. Okay, that helped a little bit. We're just gonna go with it. So, is this a dupe for this? I would say yes. Honestly, I think most of the shades that you're wanting in this palette is going to be in this palette. And they kind of performed very similar. I saw nothing that just raised a red flag. You know, obviously the ABH palette is a little bit better quality, but for $30 difference, maybe not. Am I still going to use this palette all the time? Yes. With that being said, I'm so happy that I have discovered a dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. Since it is such a pricey eyeshadow palette, I think it's awesome that you can get a somewhat similar look for only $15. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I had so much fun filming it and playing with makeup. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!